biggest problems that we face today are? Would you say things like the energy crisis, the starving children in Africa, the immigration crisis, national debt, or factory farming? Stuff like that. What if I was to tell you that these are not necessarily problems per se, but they're more effects of a bigger problem? This problem is overpopulation. As you can see from the picture, I chose it because it's obviously extremely crowded. See, we're overcrowding the planet, and it's not going to be able to support us for very much longer if we continue down this road. I've seen firsthand what it's like to be in extremely crowded places, and I've done the research. This is not something we can ignore. There are 7 billion people on this planet. In some places, overcrowding is terrible already. This is a graph of the population increase over the past 10,000 years. Now, over thousands and thousands of years, humans have had relatively easy to manage numbers, but in the past 200 years, it's just shot up. The reason for this is actually not that we're having more kids or that the population's increasing, but the fertility rate and surviving babies are much more. And it's now so fast that the population is expected to increase every 15 years. This is a train in India. Now this is a normal train. This isn't like a concert going on or anything like that. This is every time a train goes out, it's filled like this. I chose this because it not only shows the physical crowding aspect, but the resources we have, in this case a train, are being overused. There's simply not enough resources to support us all. In India, there are 4 times the amount of people that we have today. If you've ever asked yourself, why is the United States government spending billions and billions of dollars on jets and things like that, instead of spending it on starving children, it's because we simply cannot support that many people. There's just not enough farmland in the world. Factory farming practically became a necessary evil in the 1900s to support this. Factory farms, the relatively few that exist today when compared to real farms, support 45% of the world's beef and more than half the world's poultry and pork. That's according to worldwatch.org. Here in Kansas, we do not see a huge effect. It's pretty easy to ignore. But I had a picture of it down. Anyway, there are resources that have been molding in the earth for thousands and thousands of years, and they've been used up by Americans, specifically Americans, in just a matter of years. And these are not going to replenish anytime soon. So we are using up all of our resources in such a short time. And recycling just isn't doing it. And global warming is now more prevalent now than it ever has before. This is simply an effect of so many people using up energy to do what they simply need to do. Scientists like Ged and Cascada have observed several instances where a habitat's carrying capacity has been overshot by the population of the habitat. And when that happens, the population crashes until it realigns. The problem is that causes permanent damage to it. And we don't see any global effect here because those species can just move away, or, we just don't care about it. However, we do not have another planet to go to, and this is our only shot. If nothing is done to stop this population rise, the planet will not be able to support us for much longer.